FNCS Division 1 tournaments are officially here, and we are already getting the answers to so many of our questions, including how does both MrSavage and Mongraal's brand new trio look, who looks like currently the best teams on both NA and EU, is there a real possibility that Clix could win this FNCS, and so much more. If you guys enjoy Fortnite competitive content, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button because we upload every single day on the channel. If you guys want to support me even more, the best way to do so is by using code KDOG in the Fortnite item shop. I'm hoping to be fully moved sometime around Saturday. I just got to get my internet fixed at my new place, and then I will be streaming every single tournament linked in the top of the description down below, so make sure you guys go follow the Twitch if you guys haven't already. Without further ado though, let's start off with the team that is currently in first place of Clix, Iamzo, and Higgs. Now if you guys don't know how this actual qual format works, it is a 2-day opens format, and then the top 33 trios make it into finals. It's the exact same divisional cups as last season. Everybody that was already in Division 1 stays in Division 1. So currently in first place with 460 points, like I said in the intro, is Clix, Higgs, and Iamzo. These guys are able to win 2 out of their 7 games. They are also the current leaders for the most elims in the entire tournament with 113. These guys had the most elims and were one of the most consistent trios as well, getting an average placement of 8.2. If you look at their match history, it was a 28 elimination win, 15 elimination 6, 30 elimination win, and then 2 bad games, and then an 18 elimination 4th, and then a struggle game in their very final game. Still super impressive stuff from this trio. I think you can basically always count on this trio to be super good in things like eval cups and opens of tournaments. It really is just going to come down to how they can actually perform in things like set lobby finals of like trio cash cups, and then obviously once FNCS comes around. But hey, they literally are coming off of getting 3rd place in grand finals. I really do want to see this trio win at least 1 trio cash cup this season to really start to prove some people wrong that are calling them just like opens warriors and everything. We only got to see these guys play 1 singular trio cash cup last season, and they placed 5th place in it. So I 100% expect them to do better than that, as they have really just been building up chemistry for so long now, and out of all of the top teams, they might have the most amount of chemistry with each other already. Second place is the brand new trio of Agers, Ritual, and Acorn. Now these guys finished with 442 points and were able to win 3 out of their 10 games as well. They finished the tournament with the 3rd most elims, getting 104 elims. So I mean, hey, if anyone was saying there wasn't enough fighting power on this team, so far they have to be proving a lot of you guys wrong. Ritual is really filling perfectly into that Pollo role, and even Acorn was looking absolutely crazy today, getting some crazy frags and everything. I think he is back on 0 ping now, and I mean, we already know how crazy Agers is, arguably the 2nd best fighter on all of NA. I think this trio is honestly looking super scary right now, 100% a top 3 team on NA. It really just depends where you want to put them. Third place is another brand new trio of Muzz, Rise, and Curly. They finished with 420 points and won 2 out of their 8 games. I said this during the eval cup video I made yesterday, but Curly is continuing to prove me wrong, and he looks like honestly the best fit out of anybody that Muzz and Rise have had so far. So I am very excited for the future of this team. This year looks like they could 100% be a top 5 team on NA. 4th is Scarce, Sonetto, and Veer. 5th is Quanti, Edgy, and Chance. 6th is actually the EU trio of Seti, Hari, and Cammy. So I mean, hey, huge shout out to these 3. They always find themselves into the set lobby finals of NA. 7th place is Zavi. 8th place, finally back on the top 10 of leaderboards, is Cooper, Vidil, and Sphinx. Vidil is officially back in NA now, and they have been struggling so far this season, but it's looking like they're finally starting to catch some rhythm here. 9th is Visual, is Braids, and Diminished, and then rounding out the top 10 was Seek, Taki, and Eshu. Remember though, we are still looking for those top 33 trios, so some other big names we have is like 12th place, a team that has been struggling this season. They haven't been able to make a single eval cup finals of Rapid, Yapko, and Bolts. Now this is the brand new trio, and they were able to frag out pretty hard today. I am very excited for the future of this team. I feel like so far I have kind of been overrating them a little bit compared to their actual performances, but I'm hoping they're just able to continue to prove over time, and then people will really see that Bolts is primed up again. You guys were probably wondering where they're at. How have I not said their name yet? In 14th place of Cold, Peterbot, and Pollo. Now these guys were not able to win a single game today, but they still finished with the 2nd most elims, getting 107 total elims while having an average placement of 14.6. If you just look at their match history, it's a 14 elimination 13th, 9 elimination 11th, 23 elimination 6th, 24 elimination 8th, 28 elimination 8th, and then some pretty bad games after that. So they're just doing the classic strat in opens, literally just W king every single game, which I mean, hey, when you have a trio with 3 players of this caliber, you really shouldn't be doing anything else in a qual format like this. I think they will 100% be able to qual tomorrow, and I think they are still the favorites for the best team on NA. Reed's brand new trio, while IGLing and playing on keyboard and mouse, House in 20th place of Shadow and Virgo, so huge shout out to these guys. 30th place, a team that is just teetering on the edge right now of being able to qualify, is Kanata, Booga, and Threats on 272. They really just didn't look the best today. They only got 3 top 10s out of their 8 total matches, and I think they do just kind of need to build up a little bit more chemistry, which will really only come with time. And then in 31st place, this is honestly a super fun team, and it is something that Cypher PK is actually doing with them. He tweeted out announcing, "I'm coming back to FNCS, but as a coach. Meet team Cypher PK for Trio FNCS," and it is Tyler, Curve, and Mason. He also responded, "Other than that, we're going to be following their FNCS journey with the goal of qualifying to the FNCS Global Tournament. They recently finished 9th place in the most recent FNCS. There's going to be live streams, YouTube content, and so much more for these guys." We already see all 3 of these guys have PK in their name, so that is honestly a super cool thing that Cypher PK is doing with these guys. When Curve and Tyler were playing together, they were so underrated. Mason obviously was playing with Batman, Booga, and Yamzo last season before he got dropped for Clix. So these are 3 of the most underrated players on NA, and Cypher PK is going to be shining a light on these guys. I am very excited to see what he actually cooks up with them. Some teams that are currently just outside that top 33 is like Aviv, Skittles, and Chimp in 35th, Bucky, Okus, and Craze in 41st, Noah W Plays in 48th, Bila Cam and TK in 50th. So we do have a lot of big names kind of struggling to qualify right now. But I mean, hey, Opens Day 1 of FNCS Division 1 was so fun to watch on NA. Let's actually move on to how EU went now. Now on EU, this is where we got to see the first look at both MrSavage's and Mongraal's brand new trios, but we have to talk about the team in first place, the trio I have been calling the experiment trio of Chap, Shark, and Kiduo. Now it's looking like the experiment is finally putting itself together. We even saw their coach Raz post a gif of the Infinity Gauntlet, and I've been saying this since these guys formed. This is 100% in my current like top 5, maybe even top 3 most fun trios to watch. If you look at their pure elim numbers, they literally got 30 more elims than the second highest team, finishing the tournament with 103 total elims. These guys were quite literally averaging 12.8 elims a game. Shark's stocks are truly at an all-time high, but we also still have to give a huge credit to Chap, who is also just an underrated, insane fighter. I know Kiduo is literally just loving his life right now. He gets to play with 2 of the most up-and-coming, like super good fraggers. And once again, going back to when these guys first formed, I knew that this team needed a coach, and they are literally working with one of the best coaches in the game. The potential for this trio right now and in the future is literally sky high. If you just look at their match history today, it's literally insane to look at. They got a 10 elimination 4th, 11 elimination 11th, 16 elimination 12th, 20 elimination win, 21 elimination 2nd, and an 11 elimination 12th. Literally their worst game today was a 7 elimination 17th. Just a huge shout out to this trio. They look so good today. I am very excited to see how they're actually going to look in a set lobby finals, since we haven't seen them in any Eval Cup finals or anything like that. Second place is Vanya, Pixie, and Marius, the trio that just got 3rd place in FNCS Grand Finals. Huge shout out to these guys. They were able to win 4 out of their 9 games today, and they really just played super well all day today. Third place is a trio that might come as a surprise to some of you guys, but it is the trio that was once together, broke up, got back together now with a whole lot of drama in between that, of Yanis, Noah Riley, and Rezon. These guys finished with 411 points today. They were also able to win 3 out of their 9 games. The vibes on this trio honestly look pretty good so far. Like, I'm not gonna lie, they had a couple of games where they struggled and died off spawn, but basically every time they're able to make it into endgame, their worst game when they're able to make it into endgame was a 6 elimination 5th. 4th place was Trulex, Chicho, and Tayson on 408. 5th was Sweezy, Quizzy, and Mustache on 398. 6th place is the land qualifying team of Ping, Walks, and Malibuka. 7th is another brand new trio of Misha, Teeny, and Skavi. Super happy that Teeny was able to find himself a good trio. I know controller players are just down really bad right now, so I want to hopefully see Teeny really put on for the controller players this season. 8th place was Fido, 9th was Battercry, and then rounding out the top 10 was Putrix. Remember though, we are looking for those current top 33 trios that are currently going to be on pace to make finals. So some other big names is like the brand new trio of Frisk, Thomas HD, and Panzer in 16th place. They only played 7 games today, but they had an average placement of 8.4 and average elims of 5.7. So they weren't like absolutely fragging out or anything, but it looks like Panzer is still just as good as an IGL as he always has been. And I know he is kind of public enemy number 1 to the MrSavage and Mongraal fans right now, but we really can't take away from how good this trio really is. I feel like I don't really want to give them like a real ranking on what their potential could be until I see them in actual set lobby finals, but so far I am really liking what I've seen from them. Some other big names is like Camiseti and Hurry in 21st, Pixstar and Demus in 29th, Refsguard in 30th, and those are the main big names that are currently on pace to qual. But that does mean that we do have a couple of super big names that are not on pace to qual, starting off with in 54th place of MrSavage, his brand new trio of Mappy and Z Andy. Now, I just want to give my first thoughts on this trio. I am really not 100% sure if this is going to be the official team that MrSavage is going to stick with all the way up until FNCS. I think he is still kind of just trying some things out, but unlike when he was playing with Pink for the Eval Cup, this is currently his official trio. But these guys were only able to get 27 total elims, which is very much on the lower side for trios today. The vibes for this trio was really rough at the start, where they were just constantly dying off spawn as they were trying to learn a brand new drop spot. Like if you look at their match history, their best games are like an 8 elimination 5th, 1 elimination 8th, 8 elimination 3rd, and then a 7 elimination 5th in their very final game. The thing with MrSavage though is I really don't know who he's going to play with if this isn't going to be his team. Like I know we are still very early on to the season and there is going to be so many team swaps throughout it, but I think a lot of us really did want him to play with like Chap and Shark, but they are just absolutely dominating right now. So unless they really do struggle in the finals, his teammate options might be looking a little bleak. And then a trio literally right under them, the team that just won grand finals on EU, is Vico, Vino, and Flixie. Now if you look at their match history, they were literally just W king every single game. It seemed like honestly the lobbies on EU today were a lot harder than they were last season, surprisingly. I'm not 100% sure what the actual reasoning is for that, but I think Vico, Vino, and Flixie were kind of just trying to play it like how they played last season, where they could just W key every single game and still be able to qualify. And as of right now, it is not necessarily working out for them, but I really have no doubts in my mind that this trio would just be able to lock in tomorrow and probably finish around like that 21st to 22nd range. Some other big names we have currently not on pace to qual is like iDrop, Sky, and Scroll in 68th. And then a trio I think we have to give a little bit of slack to is the brand new trio finishing in 136th place of Mongraal, Prism, and Casper. So yes, the rumors were true. Mongraal is ending up playing with Prism and Casper. I think this is a super good decision from him. If you don't know who Prism and Casper are, they actually were able to qualify for last year's duo globals. So these guys aren't like no slouches or anything. They are super good players. They didn't necessarily have the best tournament overall, but you guys literally have to remember this was quite literally Mongraal's first tournament and basically first time even playing in over 3 weeks. So it's going to take some time for him to really get like back into the flow of things, but the vibes are super good on this trio. Prism and Casper honestly look like super fun people to play with. I think the Mongraal community is really going to like these guys. They seem to stay positive a lot of the time and really just have good vibes overall so far. I wouldn't be surprised if this team isn't able to make finals after the first week of Cash Cups, but hopefully they're able to play some scrims together throughout the week, some Eval Cups together, really learn their roles, and then hopefully by the next tournament we will be able to see Mongraal back inside of those set lobby trio Cash Cup finals. If you guys enjoy Fortnite competitive content, we upload every single day on this channel. I'm hoping to be fully moved by around like Saturday-ish, so I might have a stream for the Divisional Cup finals linked on my Twitch in the top of the description down below, so make sure you guys just go follow so you don't miss the streams. If you guys want to support me even more, the best way to do so is by using code KDOG in the Fortnite item shop. YouTube says enjoy one of these 2 videos up on the screen right now, so go check them out if you guys haven't already. Follow me on my Twitter at KDOG to keep up to date with everything to do with Fortnite competitive. Thank God for another day, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.